Hey guys, up here in the boat doing some tackle prep here. Fairly chilly day here in Ohio. It's getting ready to start the second week of December, and the water temperatures are dipping into those 40s. Definitely going to be low 50s for sure. So we're going to talk about one of my favorite baits to throw this time of year, and that's going to be a small finesse style jig. Now I'm going to talk about a tip that was brought to you that I saw the other day through the man that actually owns this company, Dan Vesuvio. But he's talking about the small jig, which is here. This is a tungsten Picasso Little Spotty. This is a small finesse style ball head jig that has what they're famous for, or one of the things they're famous for. Tungsten heads. You're going to have, again, you have titanium weed guards here that have those things that you see right there. It's like just some kind of coating on it so you don't stick yourself with those things, or maybe you go into a fish or whatever. But one of the things that this time of year I find myself doing is making my bait presentations a lot smaller, and that can be done many different ways. And the very first way of that is obviously breaking down and using very small baits such as this finesse style bait. Now, one of the things that I am really kind of digging into right now, I have this thing paired up with just one of the TRD crawls from Z-Man. I really like the way this thing looks and feels in the water. One of the things that Dan posted the other day that I think is going to help me catch more fish is that for the trailers, for when the water gets really, really cold, you should be looking at, one, downsizing your baits, downsizing your trailers, but you also should be looking at ways to have trailers that have less action on them. This little TRD crawl doesn't have a ton of action in the water, so this is something that I throw. What he did was he actually took a baby brush hog and cut it down, and I'll post that picture right here so you guys can take a look at it. But having baits and trailers that have less movement just makes sense for the wintertime. You know what I mean? If you go out and you see a shad or something that's going to be in 75 to 90 degree water, those things are going to be going crazy. They're going to have a lot of action. They're going to be, swimming around all happy and merrily down the road or down the water column. Whereas if you get something that's going to be a lot colder, like a crawfish style bait like this, or something that's going to be shad or anything like that, when the water gets colder, they're going to be moving a lot more slowly, and they're not going to be having all this crazy erratic action. So, just a quick tip, a couple things if you guys want to try to catch some more fish in the wintertime: downsize your baits, something similar to this Picasso Little Spotty. And make sure you're taking into consideration that your trailers should have as little action as possible on them. Again, something like this Z-Man TRD crawl right here. I think that's what it's called. I'll drop the name below if it's not. It's their little small Ned style crawl bait. But again, this little tungsten 1/4 ounce little spotty from Picasso. And if you want to try something new, you can do the same thing that's in this picture right here, and that is cutting down a baby brush hog to create your own trailer. So when the weather gets cold and those water temperatures get way down there, really cold, from 50 down to almost freezing. We don't have the freezing water here. We don't have hard water season here in Ohio, and I'm really thankful for that. But when you get cold water, consider downsizing your baits to something like this Picasso Little Spotty, and using a trailer like this TRD crawl, or cutting down a baby brush hog and creating your own trailer for it. So guys, if this video helped you out and you would like to support me, definitely hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it if you would. Going for 5,000 subscribers here, and I can't do it without people just like you. With that being said, guys, hope you guys are out there catching them, and I really hope we see each other on the water sometime. Get out there and lean on 'em.